like tell me why you got into luxury. How did luxury make such a big impact for you in fashion?
Luxury was like, I was always into shoes from the beginning. So then obviously what was accessible here was all this Gucci and all of these things, kind of always was a sucker for good quality. So then that is how I started slowly getting into it, and I used to get a lot of handmade Italian shoes. So it was always quality for me. So that's how it started from there. But then, like I've said before, also I'm more into the financial aspect of the whole thing. So that is what probably made me shift from designer to hype. Because I just think it's a waste if you buy a 80,000 rupee shoe and you can't even, I mean, it holds no value. It's like, it's crap.
This is because you also spend a lot of your time playing stocks in the stock market, no?
Yeah, so that financial angle was always into that, that financial angle in my head was always there.
Harsh, how did you get an Amiri, dude?
Amiri basically is a combination of a couple of things, right? His inspirations are musicians and the LA rock and roll scene. And to be honest, I've always liked that kind of lived-in rock star kind of vibe. It really fits with my personality and about how I kind of live my life in terms of, my creative choices and the films that I do. So it's like organic for me, Amiri. I have a very deep connection with the brand, and also Amiri takes a lot of inspiration from YSL, and YSL is basically designed and cut for slim, lean, tall, like very model thin men.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of really works for me. I normally have kind of long hair and a beard, and I kind of like to keep myself fit, and I like the boxy, oversized clothes as well, and that's kind of what I wear a lot. But I really like the way Amiri cuts things, and it's very similar to YSL. I basically become over the last year or 2 years an Amiri collector.
You, on one end, you love like the oversized tees and hoodies and baggy pants and shorts, and then there's this other where you're just wearing straight cut, slim fit jeans and jackets. And
yeah, when I go and live in London, I always wear my Fear of God ones. I wear them almost 3 or 4 times a week. Just because I feel like where am I really walking to places in Bombay? I'm not really walking to places unless I'm doing exercise. I'm sitting in my car, before coronavirus, obviously, and going places. But in London, I'm kind of walking to the nearest restaurant. I'm walking to go to a store. I'm walking to see a friend. I don't really get to wear a lot of my Saint Laurent, my Amiri, my Greg Laurent. Here, there are those rare outings and stuff. And so I think in Bombay, we live in tropical weather, and it's a very casual kind of scene. So my Fear of God essentials and stuff are kind of like the daily wear.